We just had the third of 4 planning meetings that we've been holding this spring in preparation for the work that we're going to do this summer as a team building a prototype of the guidance and control system for the Lunar Lion. And each week we've had a whole crop of new students that have come out to see what's going on and to sign up to be a part of this during the summer. And it's really exciting to see how interested they are in what we're doing, and we're looking forward to a lot of good things. So these things are developed and tested on a computer in a simulated environment, and then ported over to the platform where it's actually tested out, in the real world. So let's see. Tyler's here. There he is. Thank you. At this point, how would you start breaking things up team-wise? I mean, Kevin mentioned spending some time this evening with the teams talking about what they want to do and how they're going to go about it. In the past, how have you proceeded at this point?
Well, this one's kind of unique in that majority of it's going to be on the GNC side. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, first figuring out, how many people here are interested in GNC, and then from there, we are going to have some hardware things and some software things. So who's going to be working on hardware? Who's going to be working on software?
Well, what if we turn that on its head real quickly? Because I'm seeing Mike here. How many people here are interested in the power system? Got 1, 2, 3. Okay. That platform is going to need a battery, a power controller, and routing power to all the different components. That's something somebody's going to have to bite off, get right, and get as light as possible so that we get as much range and testing duration out of this. How many software people do we have in the room? Is anybody here on the coding side? Go up 1, 2. Okay. Electrical engineers. We got a couple people interested in power specifically. Electrical engineering. Ken's electrical. He's just nodding at me. An aerospace engineer. Are you electrical engineering too? Great. Okay. And aerospace engineers?
Hands up high.
Hands up high. Said the aero? Wait, you're not an aero. Yeah. And mechanical engineers? I got 1. Great, you're in charge of mechanical engineering.
I'm sure there's people that can help you with any of these things. Michael, anyone on the team that's already on it, I'm sure David Spencer knows all this as well, and I'm sure there's going to be people, resources that can help you. So, I mean, if you're looking at this stuff and you're saying, what the heck, then don't be intimidated or anything, because there's going to be resources to help. And there's going to be other people to help you out as well. So.
And it's important to know that a lot of this, you're going to learn by doing it, and you're going to get it wrong. But no one's ever going to get angry at you for doing it wrong. So, give it your best try, and people will help you along the way. And that's really how you learn a lot of this. So don't expect to be a whiz at it right away, and don't think that you're behind the curve or anything. You're going to learn by doing it, and you'll pick it up as you go.
And ironically enough, don't underestimate the power of Google. It happens all the time to Tyler and I both. It's whenever people have questions, a lot of the times they'll just ask you how to do something. If they see an expert in that field, they'll just come up to you and say, can you do this for me, or how do I do this? A lot of the times your questions might be simple enough to look on the internet, anything, any forums. I mean, there's so many websites now that support these kind of projects that you will not only learn what you had the question on, but a million other things, because you find a link that you see and it's tangential to what you just asked, and it's still applicable to all of this. I mean, that's how I learned most of my knowledge up in the lab. Is I research online, not through expensive textbooks, but I find papers on the internet that have been written. I mean,
speaking of which, with you guys all going into finals, has anybody here found the website yet, Hyperphysics?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah? Yeah, Hyperphysics. I think, is it down at Georgia Tech, or? Yeah. It's awesome. When I was getting my master's degree, I lived off of Hyperphysics. It's like everything in physics, on one website. Pick an equation you need, or a phenomenon you want to, you need to remember. It's there.
You need a quick op-amp circuit.
It's unbelievable. The entire realm of physics is on one website somehow. So, but he's right. I mean, if you think, I want to ask Tyler, how does a Wheatstone bridge work? You know, so just type, how does a Wheatstone bridge work into Google and you'll find it.
I'd probably have to Google it first anyway.
Well, I guess it's depending on whatever
It depends on what we get. This is still a black box to me.
Well, yeah, operating voltage, you know, if we're gonna be doing bands are, you know, rather than the standard 28 volts.
So it's good that you know that. And what you're gonna wanna lay out.
Well, you're talking about for the satellite, you're talking about for
What operating system?
So beyond that,
Because you're gonna have so many processes, you can't just run it on, I guess you can't just upload a big old binary file.
box to me.
well, yeah, operating voltage, you know, if we're gonna be doing bands are, you know, rather than the standard 28 volts.
So it's good that you know that. And what you're gonna wanna lay out.
Well, you're talking about for the satellite, you're talking about for
What operating system?
So beyond that,
Because you're gonna have so many processes, you can't just run it on, I guess you can't just upload a big old binary file from your whatever software development